And we are going into our very first guerrilla ops, Operation Half-Dead Cry. The difficulty is easy, so we can expect, I don't know, less than 10 aliens, I would think. And Dr. Catherine Mason, an engineer, will be joining us. Definitely someone we need on our team, so that we can clear some room for more facilities. So here's what you want to do. You don't want a team full of just rookies. The nice thing about the Guerrilla Tactics School, and one of the great reasons to get it early, is it lets you train rookies to be squaddies in exchange for time, which is really nice. It takes 5 days, 10 on command, Legend. We are playing on command. Sarah, if you want to stack experience on your experienced troops, for a couple reasons, but the problem is if they're wounded, then they are out of commission for quite a while. So you definitely want to spread the XP love around. How to balance this? I suggest as soon as you can bring squad size 5, always bring a rookie with you. At the beginning of the game, you might actually want to bring all of your experienced troops as often as possible, because you have to have higher level troops to qualify for the squad size increase. So we're just going to push our leveled troops as hard as possible in the hopes that even if they don't level up this mission, one of them will get through unscathed, but with more XP and level up next mission. Okay, once again, we have no utility items to choose from. Thankfully, I didn't get trapped in that screen again. I think I accidentally assigned my escape key to a different key binding, and even though the game seemed to have had the escape key in the right binding, sometimes you have to save and exit to get the options to stick. There are too many mullets on the dance floor, Phwhops I mean. So let's just go with this loose bun here. Okay, we don't have any personal combat stims, or we don't have access to weapon upgrades either. Frag grenades are where it's at. Later on, of course, you really need to diversify, but early, when you only got very few pockets, very little aim, grenades are the best.
Sky Ranger deployed.
If you're gonna take something besides a grenade, I suggest taking it on your sniper, who often can't use their best weapon when they move, so you can move and use the item, or on your specialist who has, say, medical protocol. Alright, Operation Half-Dead Cry. I'm trying to imagine that, but my brain's failing a little bit. Knife Junction, Mumbai. Neutralize all enemy targets, destroy the alien transmitter relay. These missions are specifically well suited to a Grenadier Sharpshooter combo. And I will point out why once we get a peek at the relay. Note that it has 6 health.
We're in a concealed position.
Okay. We begin concealed. Alright, here we are. Data transfer 9. Okay, I could have. So we are playing with the true concealment mod. I'm not sure. I think it reduces your timer. Okay, but let's look at this. If we have, say, a sniper up here on the roof, and we destroy this corner of this building, then we should be able to snipe the relay from a distance, exposing as few soldiers as possible, and of course luring the enemy into ambush. So we really want to take this building first thing. Okay. Sniper is closest. I have found it's a good idea to look inside the buildings, especially on the black site. Because Muton could walk up behind you and shoot you in the back.
Our gremlins can attest
attempt to access the advent network from here.
Okay, we can try and hack
Might
this
be able
thing.
to
Is it
hack their
preventing
system to
us?
get an advantage.
Is it
Be
blocking
careful.
the roof?
If they detect us, things will only
Thankfully,
get worse.
the optimal roof corners do not seem to be affected. There's a pipe we can get up right here.
Position
I think our ranger should ensure that no one's going to walk in on us if we position someone there. Just another lamppost.
Rolling.
I wonder if each lamppost has different hacks. Specialist. Well, we can probably find out.
Got it covered.
Let's position our specialist there
Got it.
and our grenadier here. Okay, now, if the true concealment mod is working correctly, the timer won't count down, but it should also be reduced by 2. Interesting that that guy is on the roof. Okay, so the timer is definitely not ticking down. The question is, did it properly reduce the timer? Because obviously this is a really powerful bonus, and I like how we tried to balance it. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what this has to offer. If we cancel the hack, it will not cost us our turn. It won't cost us any actions. Tech score is 80, 42% chance to disorient enemies for 2 turns. Squad recovers all action points. Failed hack will result in all enemies getting a defense and mobility boost. That might be worth trying at some point. I don't believe this is the point. If you look at the hack ability, there is no will end your turn icon here, which indicates that you can do it as a single action. Now, what's awfully tempting about this squad over here is if we blow up the corner of that building, the officer will fall, taking extra damage. We even have a shot on him, although I think ambushing the first squad you come across is generally a really good idea. Partly because then you don't have to worry about triggering other squads. But let's take a turn to get everyone in better positions.
Understood. Moving out.
And take advantage of the true concealment mod. We're definitely going to want to be on the roof if possible. And I'm pretty sure there are no pods over here now.
Copy that.
Your sharpshooter should be fine right here. If they stick to the roof, that's great. This is kind of a small pod, so ambushing them shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Moving to Overwatch.
I do like how we check the roof. Seems like he went inside. It's not really... I can't say it's the ultimate ambush position.
Heading to that location.
Okay, so right about here's where I want my sharpshooter.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first
This
encountered
is
during
the
invasion,
squad I want to
their genetic
ambush.
structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever. with an even greater psionic potential.
It says we're flanked. By this guy. That is far too easy of a flank.
Go, go, go.
I would like to start it off with a grenade that also opens up the relay to being attacked.
That's affirmative. I'm on it.
And let's see. If this has something different to offer us. Squad recovers all action points spent this turn, disorient for 2 in it. This is different. Let's see. But the disorient is really nice. Defense and mobility. With our really excellent and aggressive positioning. Let's get a little more aggressive with our positioning. I guess we can hack both. I mean, their defense might be off the chain. If we failed both hacks, but the chance that we could succeed at one hack. Oh, so we're going live now. I don't see how they saw. So they did flank him. Okay, I guess the detection radiuses don't count. Okay, let's see if the timer actually. Okay. We did get some work. Still an ambush. Could have been worse.
Target neutralized.
Is the timer still 9? 8. I don't know. This seems a little generous for this mod, but we'll stick with it. Okay, disorienting these guys is going to be awesome, but we want to do it after we take any actions that require defense to be taken into consideration. We do have plenty of time on our timers. There were a lot of people suggesting that timers be left at the original default value. Maybe the mod author updated his mod without telling us. Okay, our sharpshooter has an easy shot. I don't see. She's not flanked, huh? Can probably get a grenade in here that could open this guy up to being sniped by our sniper, which would be awesome. Disorient would really seal the deal here. This guy's so dead. Let's move into heavy cover before I attempt it.
That's affirmative.
But this could easily be a flawless mission if we disorient the enemies for 2 turns. And if they get defense and mobility, well, that might not be enough to save them. Okay, so the disorient worked out for us, which is gonna make our job real easy. Disorient, I think, does reduce your mobility and your aim.
Affirmative. Moving out.
I'll take as few chances as possible.
Nailed him.
On Overwatch.
So here's turn 1.
Target's still up.
Taking fire over here.
Okay, this poor guy's flanked by our sniper, I believe. We won't have a problem putting him down.
Kill confirmed.
This guy's on Overwatch. That means we're going to need to grenade first.
Grenade!
To remove his Overwatch with that damage. And then it appears whatever he was standing next to was explosive.
Good copy.
Maybe not. Maybe we just lost sight of him. There we go. He's disoriented, so low cover is still a decent bet. And of course, he's flanked.
Enemy eliminated.
So a very successful ambush on our part. Note that there are still an enemy pod left, as indicated by the neutralize all enemy targets. So a little bit of Overwatch would be nice. And we know where they are because they were disoriented.
Moving.
Okay, I would love to take care of this time-sensitive thing first.
Grenade.
We're not only going to destroy this wall, we're going to damage it, pretty much guaranteeing we wipe it out this turn. I guess we didn't get the wall.
Objective sighted.
Fortunately, no rush. Now this will call in enemies, I think.
Menace 1-5, we've confirmed destruction of the relay. The alien transmission is down. Eliminate any remaining hostiles and
Careful
move
about
payback.
ending your timer. It often calls down enemy reinforcements. This building is pretty screwed up, and getting up on the roof of a screwed up building is a good way to get yourself dropped and killed. We don't know exactly where the enemy is, so let's just sneak a bit closer. I assume we can't hack this again.
Moving out.
Let's get to a nice steady position here. Okay, there's no particular time here. So let's
Got it covered.
take a turn to reload.
Good to go. On Overwatch.
I'm ready. Overwatch.
And Overwatch.
Headed there now.
Moving to designated position.
Love to have height advantage with this guy's weapons. Note we may get Overwatch if we're really lucky.
Okay.
If we were positioned here, but it's just safer to assume it here.
I'm on it.
Come get some.
I think he's still in the perfect position.
You hear that?
Looks like a sectoid and a trooper, maybe?
Not good. I've got eyes on advent troops.
Okay, having the pod trigger on the enemy turn is the best.
That is not good.
All right, one hit, one kill here. We'll take our chance since he doesn't have anything else to do.
I'll get him next time.
Headed there now.
I'd rather not take a wound, so I'm not going to get into low cover on the roof. All right, let's take this 1-in-3 shot. If you don't shoot, you can't kill. Sometimes you get lucky.
Adjusting sights. On reserves.
All right, we definitely want to get some work done. Our specialist, we could be flanked by the sectoid. It only takes up our first action.
On the way.
We really just want this guy dead. So that all we have to deal with is the sectoid, because the sectoid tends to use non-lethal weaponry pretty often.
Good copy. Moving on target.
So there's a good chance we can get through flawlessly as long as we take this guy out. Lucky.
Come on.
Should have used the grenade first if I wanted to ensure a kill. If he's really aggressive, we could end up with 2 wounded people, depending on what the sectoid does. Definitely some flanks available for this advent, and no Overwatch to stop him.
Kill them all.
Okay, that's bad. He plays it a little bit safer. And we luck out.
There's heavy fire in this zone.
Hopefully that car doesn't catch on fire.
Get out of my head.
Okay, now I wish I'd really saved that grenade. Or made better use of it. We of course can shoot ourselves quite easily. We can't get, well, we might be able to kill that guy with a grenade. But this sectoid's the problem. Okay, so our sniper's going to take a shot. And if we miss the sectoid, it'll be bad news. Alright. This means that it is definitely up to the ranger to slash. Look for ways to end up in cover. This heavy cover is the best we can hope for. Go, Ranger, go. I'm gonna say don't fuck it up. Now the sword says 3 to 5 damage, but then does significantly more most of the time without doing crits, so some enemies may actually take extra melee damage. I wonder if sectoids do. So we get our soldier back, and this should allow us to pretty easily wrap this up. Let's overwatch with her. You know, I'm afraid we're going to take this 30% chance so that we can overwatch with our other character. We didn't want to move into point blank range unless we had to. So let's take the safest course first, and if that pans out, then everything's good. Turns out everything's good. Okay, got a little hairy there at the end because we whiffed so many attacks against that trooper. Obviously, I should have just used the grenade initially to take down the trooper, and then I could have concentrated everyone on the sectoid. Or save the grenade for the sectoid, but half-assing it against the trooper with the grenade was just a bad choice. I got 5 people watching. So once again, I am Phwop. I focus on tactical and strategic mastery. I will try and tell you everything I know about the mechanics. I've done a good bit of studying of XCom 2 before it came out in my Advent Calendar series. And I modded and played the crap out of the Long War mod on XCom EU. You can find my Art of War mod on nexusmods.com. It's, I think, the best play experience for XCom EU. It is built on top of the Long War mod, and it makes massive, massive changes. As I've said before, I favor Phantom a lot. I favor Long Watch. For one, the sniper rifle is a much better weapon than the pistol. 2, being attacked is bad news for the sharpshooter in general, so you're going to try and avoid that. And you can't guarantee that he'll be attacked anyway, so this ability is it's purely reactive, and it only reacts to really bad situations. And then the pistol really doesn't even do that much damage, so if you're shooting back against someone who has armor, it's going to be kind of worthless. So I suggest Long Watch for its more proactive powers. Here, I have interesting feelings about this. One, Shredder is, in the late game, you're going to want Shredder. It is just better than Blast Padding. Blast Padding, like Return Fire, is completely defensive. It gives you 1 armor point and 66% less damage from explosives, which is a lot. You're going to take very little damage from explosives in combo with your point of armor. Of course, the explosives will shred that point of armor off of you, just like it works on enemies. Later in the game, Shredder's really good, but in the really early game, Blast Padding, I think, beats it out. And since you can retrain your soldiers for a couple days in the Guerrilla Tactics School, I suggest taking Blast Padding for that extra durability at the beginning of the game, and then retraining to Shredder. I wouldn't retrain to Shredder until you have mag cannons, because the Shredder ability, the ability to remove armor with your cannon attacks, actually gets better. It removes more armor the higher tech your cannon is, and the 1 point of shred really isn't worth much at this point in the game, because enemies have either too little health for that to be a big deal. You're bringing so many grenades, it's not a huge deal, And then this extra point of armor is a huge deal. You really need to safeguard the experience that your initial soldiers have. So maybe your first 2 grenadiers you want to go blast padding, simply for that added survivability. Alright, we picked up an officer corpse, an Illyrium core, which is nice. We can use that in the proving grounds later, and a trooper and 2 sectoids. Some troopers. We can now autopsy sectoids, thanks to the alien biotech. And Hitman is back to give us orders. Okay, our new objectives: research resistance communications, attack the fly to the black site, and make contact with some people. We pick up our first engineer, a very big deal.
My expectations were high.
The engineer, note that
You have exceeded them.
on level 2, you can send 2 engineers to excavate. Level 3, you can send 3, but also takes a long time. The rewards are 52 supplies and 8 alloys, which is nice. You will be needing alien alloys to build those mag weapons, but it'll be a while before we have to worry about that. And this only takes 5 days to clear. We could use it to finish up Guerrilla Tactics School sooner, but I need more buildings rather than faster buildings. The bonuses from Guerrilla Tactics School are nice. They are kind of dependent on soldier level, so we can take some time to build up our soldier level first. Alright, whenever we attack that black site, we'll get 125 supplies, which is nice. And we can get a scientist now, which is exactly what we need.
Behind this so-called Avatar project.
Your first
I
scientist.
think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
New research available mag weapons, and we can now use weapon upgrades on our troops. We do have a scope, which will be nice on a cannon or a... So magnetic weapons, 28 days. We are going to pick up a scientist who will reduce research time by 33% for us, but I think it's actually more important that we get a start on resistance communications, as this will allow us to increase our supply income per month. Let's see, our engineer is assigned. I always try and check to make sure everyone's assigned, and we're not maxed out on power just yet. The way I think this is going to go is Guerrilla Tactics School, Advanced Warfare Center,
Advance officers might be more resourceful than your
laboratory.
average trooper, but I doubt our forces will
Then we're
have
going to
any
build a
trouble
power
breathing
relay.
in a test
We're
subject
going to use
with
that to
Tiger
power a
Vocab.
workshop, which in turn will give us a gremlin to boost our power when we need it later. But the gremlins mostly will use to clear out these other areas so that our engineers can do other things, or power the advanced warfare faster healing when necessary. Remember that bonus isn't necessary if you don't have anyone to heal. Alright, Dr. Rafal Mazur, scientist. I suppose we will go back. Picking up more intel is going to be... isn't really a bad option, because there aren't many ways to get intel except through researching alien data caches, which takes a lot of valuable research time. The scientist automatically goes to work, and you have to have a lab, I think, before you can assign them anything. Okay, when a room is cleared, 3 supplies short. When a room is cleared, that means you have a spare engineer. I guess we'll have those supplies in 5 days, one way or the other. We definitely want to start clearing out this one and then start clearing out this one. We're going to need that power relay before we're going to be... Yeah, before we're even going to be able to build this laboratory, we need that power relay online. Wait, actually, that kind of suggests I should start here. No, I need the supplies from this room, and it'll be quite quick. Tell me this is going to give me supplies. 116 intel and a scientist. We have to rescue a VIP from an Advent vehicle. Alright guys, this is going to be our next mission. When missions pop up, you have, I believe, 24 hours to engage. That means you can wrap up a timer You can wrap up a scan that is on 1 day, but you can't wrap up a scan that's on 2 days guaranteed. And the one that's on 1 day is really iffy, or it's really close. But you should be able to finish a scan that has only 1 day left and still hit the mission that you want. So, thanks for watching. Hey, nice to see you, Andrew. I am going to be back in about 20 minutes. I want to add some characters to the character pool, and then I'll record episode, 4? We'll see. All right, so thanks for watching. Expect me back in 10 to 20 minutes. That would be 2:40 to 2:50 Eastern Standard. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like it. If you want to catch more content like that or catch me live, feel free to subscribe. Until then, dear viewers, farewell.